Why I took steroids my first day in the gym.
There's been a video trending on TikTok and YouTube recently about a guy who did steroids on his first ever day in the gym. That's right, numero uno, without any at all prior knowledge and experience on how to train. Now, obviously, since he has taken steroids, there was some sort of transformation there, just not a very pleasant or desired one. And rightfully so, a lot of fitness influencers have been covering this on YouTube and on TikTok too. Most notably, Greg Doucet really setting this incident skyrocketing with views. A few news articles picked it up. I mean, rightfully so, to send a strong message about why some people should just be staying away from gear and just stick to being natty. Now, I've looked through this guy's social media a little bit, and he has posts on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. He's got posts all over there, but it seems to just be the same 3 or 4 videos posted each time, because he's not had a lot of time to make content, because he's only been training for 4 months and he's only just started making content. And now we have got to witness the incredible awe of what this is. But from that information that we have, I've managed to get a decent sense of what's happened. Now, obviously, I don't know exactly what he's taken, exactly what his training cycle is, what he was eating. Based on the nature of his physique and everything else surrounding the situation, you can get a pretty good idea of what he's done wrong. And he's not done anything right, but what he's done wrong. The first thing I noticed is his bio: steroids from day one. That's right, numero uno. And obviously he's a pre-workout hater. Don't get that, never got that. Pre-workout's one of the best things you can take, and considerably safer than anabolic steroids. Now, from the injection emojis in his bio, it can be assumed that it was something injectable and not a oral steroid or a SARM. It can be assumed that it was actual gear. Well, we can't assume it's actual gear, but you know, the gear you inject. What we can't tell, since he's not told us the compounds he's taken, since we obviously don't know where he got it from, if it's testosterone, if it's tren, if it's Winstrol, something else we don't know, or if it's an oral, we don't know if it's D-ball, Anavar, Anadrol, we don't know what he's taken. So there's not a lot we can go off based on that, but based on the fact that he's had such a bad reaction with the acne, it's got to be something real. But we don't know if he's been getting something fake. Like, he could have ordered testosterone and gotten some bootleg tren. We don't know. Like, we don't know the damage that is doing to his body. He doesn't know the damage that is doing to his body, because in a few of his videos he said he's done no research. He has gotten into it. He's had some side effects, which is the severe acne, but he's done after he got those side effects, he started doing a little bit of research, and that's when he found out, oh yeah, steroids cause acne. I mean, since acne development is one of the primary side effects of steroids, if he had done any research at all, he would have known this. And I think that's the most dangerous thing about this, not the fact that he's done it day one, the fact that he has no clue what he's getting himself into. But as we all know, the acne is a direct cause of the hormonal imbalance caused by injecting whatever anabolic androgenic agent he's injected into himself. It has obviously caused this clear and significant hormone imbalance, which has just completely destroyed his skin and leaving permanent damage. Like, this level of acne is going to cause permanent scarring, permanent damage, just for an extra look like you've been in the gym for 6 months. Like, at this transformation, it looks like someone could have done this natty in, say, 6 months to a year from his original size to his size now, which could have been done quickly. So permanent damage for small gains. I'm really not seeing the point of it, and he is happy with this. He's happy with this transformation, which that happiness, that sense of euphoria, could be, again, another side effect of the steroids he's taken. We don't know what he's taken, but all steroids do provide, well, most steroids do provide some sort of euphoria, some sort of insane confidence boost, which it's clear he's having that, since he does seem extremely confident posting stuff online despite his cystic acne, which, I mean, I'm all for confidence, but at the end of the day, once you come off steroids, your body is used to not having to produce testosterone, because the steroids act as testosterone in the body. Once you come off it, your body thinks it doesn't have to reduce testosterone anymore. So it takes a good few months for that to start up again. So in those few months before your testosterone starts up again, you have none. You have no testosterone. So all these positive effects of euphoria, big, feeling confident, feeling strong, these muscle gains, it's going to go in reverse now. You have no testosterone, little to none. So you're going to feel depressed. You're going to lose pretty much any gains that you've made. And it's just going to send him back to square one. But the only thing he's going to keep from this is the horrific acne scarring that's on his back. So that's, what he's done is he's jumped 6 months into the future, got on a pretty decent natty transformation, but with the side effect of potential organ damage, horrific acne scarring, and God knows what else, possibly even some gynecomastia down the line. One thing I did notice that I haven't really seen anyone else point out is the fact that his physique isn't an all-round, it's not like an all-round, say, put 30 pounds of muscle on in every area. He's put 30 pounds of muscle on, mostly in his lats, not really anywhere else. Like his biceps and arms still kind of look similar to as they did in the before picture, but his lats are a lot bigger than the rest of his body, and his shoulders really aren't there yet. It's just his lats. So my little hypothesis as to why that is because he's not been able to improvise, adapt, and overcome. He's not been able to sit back, look at his training plan, and alter it to make it as good, to make it as perfect as possible, which is what you should be doing before you start steroids. So what's happened is he's obviously had some imbalances in there. Maybe he's working his lats really well, but he's not working his biceps and shoulders as much as he should be. So he's coming out of it a few months down the line. He's coming out of it with huge lats, tiny arms, tiny shoulders, and it's just making it look like a lopsided physique. Like he's got humongous lats, horrific acne, and a tiny body. And now it sounds like I'm being harsh here, but it needs to be harsh. People need to be harsh on things like this, because at the end of the day, we're all being harsh on him. We're all making videos about him, but if he sees these videos, he's gonna know where he can improve. At the end of the day, though, I do think this situation does say a lot about how the current culture around the gym is not the healthiest. I mean, as someone who used to be small, I can kind of feel for the guy and understand where this whole thing has came from. I mean, it's clear that he weren't happy with his physique before, so he's decided to go into the gym maybe for, oh, I'll enhance it with some steroids, obviously not knowing the side effects of steroids, just kind of taking them thinking it's, oh, I'll inject some testosterone 1 month, I'll be looking like sebum. Does not work like that. In fact, a lot of people who do take steroids end up looking like they don't take steroids because, number one, it takes a while. It takes a lot of time and commitment, even with copious amount of gear, to become huge. It takes a lot of time and commitment. It takes a lot of knowledge and research, which he hasn't done. And I think it's just a lot of people take these days, a lot of kids especially, take steroids thinking, oh, it's going to make me the next Arnold within a year. No, it doesn't. All of these bodybuilders who are huge and on a copious amount of gear have been training their entire lives pretty much with gear to end up looking like that. I mean, gear isn't the end all be all. It's not the thing that's going to make you huge. The thing that's going to make you huge is the hard work, the diet, the commitment, the training, the rest. All of that stuff is what's going to make you big. The steroids is just kind of like a enhancement. It's a performance enhancer. It's not a performance maker. It doesn't create your performance out of nothing. It enhances what you already have and takes it to the next level. You can't go from level 0 beginner to level 99 mafia boss with the injection of a testosterone. It does not work like that. You can't take a D-bol pill and end up the next Arnold in a few months. It doesn't work like that. It's got to be a lifetime of dedication, training, and hard work. And if you do put that in, and you do end up taking gear and you do get to that level, amazing, but there's irreversible damage. Now, obviously, one cycle isn't going to completely destroy your system, but it's clear that this one cycle has gave him irreversible acne. He's not going to get, every time he takes off his top now, he's going to be reminded of that one time he did steroids and ruined it. In my eyes, what he's done is he's just went out, bought gear, started taking gear, and thought, oh, I'll deal with the side effects later. The side effects have came. It's time to come off his cycle. He's not going to know what he's doing. He's not going to know how to get his endocrine system back up and running as quick as possible. He's going to end up depressed. He's going to lose 90% of his gains if he doesn't pattern up, fix it, and get on the right track. There is a lesson to be learned here though, folks, and obviously the overlying message is don't take steroids on your first day in the gym. Wait a few months, learn, get your training plan sorted, get your diet sorted, and get your sleeping and rest sorted. Get in a routine of that, maybe 6 months to a year down the line when you know you're ready, you've done the research, because you need to do a lot of research for steroids because there's a lot more to know than just inject testosterone. So once you've done that, then maybe consider it. But at the start, stick to natty transformations, make those gains, make those little natty gains, whatever. But main thing you should focus on your first few months in the gym is not getting as big as possible like this guy. It's to nail the form, nail the technique, really get that going. Don't ego lift. Get that form, that technique nailed, and then you will see insane gains after that. You wouldn't have had lopsided lats, you would have had an overall, all-round muscular physique and aesthetic body. But the underlying moral to the fable is that there is a huge pressure on men to look a certain way. I mean, when you've got these male fitness models like Chris Hemsworth, The Rock, all definitely sourced out of their minds on tons and tons of gear, but they're marketed as natty, they're marketed as what a man should look like, and this is what is expected. Like, people don't, the normal person doesn't understand the work and effort and diet and training that goes into these physiques, and a lot of the time the steroids that go into these physiques. Sadly, that's what leads to young men like this hopping on gear on the first day in the gym, making horrific decisions that are going to affect them for the rest of their lives. Whether they continue training or not, it's going to affect him for the rest of his life. And the best thing we can do now is just to try offer some good advice, not only to him, but to anyone else considering doing what he's doing, in hopes that they say, you know what, I'm not just going to start blasting tren my first day in the gym. I'm going to take a few months to learn it and then blast tren in 6 months' time. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with blasting tren. You blast tren if you want. Just please learn, at least know what tren is before you're injecting that shit into your body, okay? Thanks for watching. I hope this video was entertaining or helpful or whatever. And if you are considering taking steroids, wait a little bit longer. Drop me a comment. Tell me your situation. Like the video, subscribe, and thanks for watching.